Pleased to be joined by Vikings kicker Dan Bailey. Dan, welcome back to the Vikings for 2019. What's going through your mind? What are your emotions on being back up here?
Excited. I'm super excited to be back up there. I really enjoyed my time there last season, and I'm just looking forward to getting up there and getting a full off season under my belt, and going through OTAs, mini camp, all that stuff, and just can't wait to get back up there in a few weeks and get back to work.
Yeah, players are scheduled to come in on April 15th, so that's exciting for everyone here too. It brings a whole another level of energy back to our building. But specifically, how does a full offseason benefit special teamers?
Well, it's pretty huge. I mean, obviously it's a big deal for everybody. The more work you can get in, the better. But the timing and the being synced up and everything for us, as a snap, hold, and kick operation is kind of the one of the keys to success for us. So obviously, the more time you can spend together working on that and refining that and perfecting that, it's only going to help moving forward going into the season. So that's obviously what we'll be focused on as well as our individual crafts. And I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I kept in touch with Kevin and Matt and those guys, so it'll be fun to get back together and get back to work.
Yeah, that core relay is back together again. You had to learn on the fly and work with them on the fly. They had to learn you on the fly in week 3, and you were able to play 14 games for the Vikings, really deliver. And then just with what you want to most work on, you're going to have a new special teams coordinator, Marwan Maalouf. And then, so what are your thoughts on working with him? How much do you know about him so far?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited to work with him. To be honest, I didn't know a ton about him going into this. I'd only heard, just from guys that had played under him and worked with him in the past, but obviously all positive reviews from what I've heard. So, I had a chance to speak with him briefly on the phone the other day, and I think we're all on the same page on what we want, going forward. And obviously he's excited and I'm excited. So I think it'll be good work. We'll just all get back together, and I think we've all got the same mindset on what we want to accomplish, and it'll just be a matter of going out there and putting the work in and getting it done.
One of the interesting parts of Coach Zimmer's media availability at the Combine was when he mentioned he might consider bringing on a former kicker with some league experience who can maybe be another set of eyes, another resource for the unit. What are your thoughts on that? What's been your prior experience with working with veteran kickers?
Yeah, no, I've my first 2 years in the league, I actually had a little bit of work with a person on staff that we had, in that exact role. I played in the league before at that position, and it was just another set of eyes to kind of, give you feedback on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and in areas that you can improve. So, just like with anything else in any other position, really, I've always had the mindset of, another set of eyes is only going to help. So, like I said, I've had a little bit of experience with it in the past, and it was definitely positive for me. Obviously, that's something that, as a staff, they're going to have to decide what they want to do. That's obviously not my decision to make, but if that is the route they go, absolutely. I mean, another set of eyes can only help, and even if I only get 1% or 2% or 50% improvement as far as like perfecting my craft, any gain is good in my mind. So whatever they decide to do, I'm totally happy to work with that for sure.
And in Dallas in your early years, it was Chris Boniel, right?
Yeah, Chris Boniel. He played I think 6 or 7 years in the league and was a really good kicker. So really accurate and really fundamentally sound. So it was great having somebody like him around to just bounce ideas off of and learn from.
And kicker is such a specialty too, where not a lot of people at the stadium have been in a kicker's shoes. So I'm sure that kind of that perspective on things is nice to have. Like just another understanding voice, set of eyes, has been through so many different experiences, setups. It just seems like a nice resource if it becomes one. But I mean, you're a long established veteran in the league. You've definitely been exposed to so many different scenarios, I'm sure, at this point. I was interested in what you do this time of year, and how long it took you into your career where this time of year I should do this, work on this. I'm sure you want to do some stuff to keep your legs strong, but you don't want to come wear yourself out before camp and everything. But just, if you can, please let us know a little bit about what you do this time of year.
Yeah, no, I think that's I think that's a constantly evolving answer. I would say, there's things I did early on in my career that I don't necessarily think I would do now. Just from getting older and learning more about your body and becoming more in tune on what works, what doesn't. But I think for me, it's just about staying fit, staying active. Whether that's obviously, I'm gonna lift and stretch and do all that, but just staying active, whether that's golf or hiking or something like that. Just kind of staying active and doing something that keeps the body moving, and then slowly incorporating kicking back into that. I usually take January and most of February off and don't even touch a football, and then come March, that's kind of when I get back into it, swinging the leg a little bit, and it's just kind of a slow progression from there. Leading up to the off-season program and OTAs, minicamp, and all that stuff. So, I think it's, like I said, it's constantly changing. My body, I'm learning my body more and more each year that I do this. But main thing is stay fit, stay in the weight room, keep the cardio up, obviously, and then obviously just keep trying to refine, that kicking motion and that craft as best I can. And then whenever we get back on board with everybody, at the facility, then that's when you really start making big strides as far as getting back in the routine of things.
Well, that sounds amazing, and you are going to benefit from having spring and summer up here. It's one of the favorite times of year for everyone. So we look forward to seeing you in mid-April, and we sure do appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm excited to be back up there, and looking forward to a good and productive spring and summer, and then take that into next year.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.